Hi, and welcome to the Sabbath Christian Church's online sermon. You shall not make for yourself any graven image, and so forth. Second commandment, warning, warning. They were warned against following their lusts, not necessarily in the sexual term, but that graven desire. In Genesis 3:6 it says, when the woman saw the tree, Eve, that the devil tempted her with the serpent, and it was a delight to her eyes, and she desired it. Lust. She desired it. She took the fruit and ate. Exactly what God said not to do, not yet, in the commandment wise. In Exodus 32:1, it says, now when the people saw Moses delaying from going down, he's gone up to get the 10 Commandments, and he took a little while, and the people were waiting for him down there. And if you're, well, he lost his way. We don't have to put up with him anymore. Or he perished in the fire that was up there while Moses was receiving the commandments. And they gathered themselves together, second in charge, Aaron, second, and they came at him against him in a tumultuous manner. We want what we want. God's gone, Moses is gone, we'll do what we want. And it shows the tone of profound and humble relevance they displayed at the giving of the law within the space of a little more than a month. They moved away. They wanted to forget. They didn't want to do that anymore. They were so imbued by that stuff. So they acted as if they had entirely forgotten. Not as if they finally forgotten. They finally forgot. They said to Aaron, make us gods to go before us. Lust. King James, 2 Timothy, on closer to the time of Jesus, after he died and they were going out and taking care of the people and whatnot. And 2 Timothy 3:1 through 5 or so, he said, but realize this, and warn the people, Christians, realize this, that in the last days difficult times will come, just as the people of Israel made their difficult times come. Where is he? Where's our meat? Unloving. That's the way the people became. Wanting. Irreconcilable. No, we will not change. Malicious gossip. Yeah, he did that. Oh. Treacherous, reckless, conceited, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. God doesn't want us to be in a bad place, bad time, where he gives us pleasures that are godly pleasures. Holding to a form of godliness, although they have denied its power, avoid such men as these, for among them are those who hurt people. In 2 Peter 2:1, a couple of verses, but false prophets arose among the people, just as there will be false teachers among you who will secretly introduce heresies, even denying the master who brought them, bringing swift destruction upon themselves. The times then led to a formation of a new kind of church, new kind of way of life. Many will follow their sensualities because of them the way of truth will be maligned. They were going off astray completely. And they were warning them back then. And then they agreed, there's the one. There's one of the biggest lusts there are. Will exploit with false words. Their judgment from long ago is not idle, and their destruction is not asleep. Come on, baby, you is gone. Titus 1:11 says, who must be silenced because they're upsetting whole families, teaching things they should not teach for the sake of sordid grain. Money is the source, root of all evil, as we know. 1 Timothy 6:5 says, and consistent friction between men and depraved mind, some will fall away from the truth, paying attention to deceitful spirits and doctrines of demons, just as Eve, way back then? Really? How could that be? By means of the hypocrisy of liars seated in their own conscience with a branding iron. They were sealed that they were never going to change. That's it. The men who forbid marriage and advocating abstinence from foods which God created to be shared by those who believe and know the truth. They did some terrible things back then. So, what do you say? That a thing sacrificed to idol is anything? Idol is anything? No. But I say that one thing that the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons and not to gods. I do not want you to become sharers in demons and demonology. You cannot drink the cup of the Lord and the cup of demons. You cannot partake of the table of the Lord and the table of demons. All the way back to Eve. Come back. Doesn't go away. It is powerful. And as God says all the time to people, starting back in the beginning, before Corinthians just says, oh, do we provoke the Lord to jealousy? Are we not stronger than the demon? He says, but if you do well, and will not your countenance be lifted up? If you do well, sin is crouching at the door, and its desire is for you, but like Jesus in the temptations, he said, you must master it. Genesis 4:7. Amen. And thank you for watching and listening.